Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sutra-98. You hold the secret of the universe. Ichchāyam athava jnāne jāte chittam niveshayet atmabuddhya ananyachetas tatastatvartam darshanam. In desire or knowledge, let the mind be one-pointed on the self. The essential nature of the self will be revealed. Ananyachetaha in the sutra is one-pointed concentration. This is Chitta Ekagrata. With Chitta Ekagrata, the mind develops Vivekaha to separate the real from the unreal. Our rishis gave us deep insights about the reality. In the beginning, they questioned themselves, what is real and what is unreal? Reality means that which does not perish. All that we experience in our life perish. They are born and disappear at some point in time. They are created by somebody. Is there anything that does not perish? This should be the real. This is not created by anybody. The real is that which is never born. This is a profound secret. That which is never born will never die. All that is born have perishability. All that is visible in our experience will eventually die. All that is available as an experience to our senses and mind will eventually perish. There should be a real which is never born and hence never dies, and that which is not visible to the senses and mind to be experienced. Through this inquiry, our rishis gained deep insights and shared the knowledge with us. When they progressed towards this discovery, deep insights unfolded in front of them. The insights are like the steps in a ladder leading towards the reality. The steps are called as tattva. The Shaiva Siddhanta will describe 36 steps or tattvas towards the reality. Transcending each step will move us closer to the reality. Every step will unfold new insights. This is the discovery. The story of Samudra Matana symbolizes this aspect of discovery. Samudra Matana is also about turning the mind from the unreal in search of the real. This is Chitta Ekagrata. The mind is turning one-pointed on the self, Ananyachetaha. As the mind moves towards the real, the discovery is profound. This discovery is Samudra Matana. When the cosmic ocean was churned in Samudra Matana, several things emerged. The wish-fulfilling Kamadhenu, the divine elephant Airavata, the wish-granting Kalpavriksha, the goddess of wealth Lakshmi, Chandra, and many more. Poison too appeared that Shiva consumed. Finally, the pot of nectar, the Amrita, appeared. The Amrita is the nectar of immortality. This is said as Tattvartaha Darshanam in the Sutra. As the mind is turned one-pointed towards the real, the nectar of immortality appears. This is Atma Tattvam. Ananyachetaha tataha tattvartaha darshanam. This real nectar is our own immortal nature. This is said as Atma Buddhya in the Sutra. The mind is filled with this Amrita. Atma Buddhya ananyachetaha tataha tattvartaha darshanam. This is the real knowledge. This knowledge alone is worthwhile. In Mundaka Upanishad, the disciple questions the Guru. Tell me about this knowledge. Kasminnu bhagavo vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavatiti. Tell me about this, knowing which everything else is known. This is Atma-Jnānam. This knowledge is not about objects and experiences. This is not created by anybody. The immortal is never born. That which is never born never dies. This is not available to the senses and also for the mind to be experienced. Let the mind be filled with this jnanam. Atma buddhya ananya chetaha tataha tattvartaha darshanam. When the mind is filled with Atma Jnanam, it becomes that. Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati Nasya Brahmavit Kule Bhavati Tarati Shokam Tarati Papmanam Guha Grantibhyo Vimukto Amrito Bhavati. The one who knows it becomes that. Such a person will realize immortality, Amrita. The sutra says, let the mind be filled with the thoughts of the Atman alone. Let there not be any other thought. The mind may have million thoughts, but every thought is about the Atman alone. There are no opposing thoughts in the mind. The opposing thoughts are about the knowledge of the object world born out of desires. They are not real. They are born in space and time, eventually perish only to be replaced by some other knowledge. All that is born have perishability. All that is visible in our experience will eventually die. All that is available as experience to our senses and mind will eventually die. The sutra says, when such desires or knowledge arises, one should fix the mind in the real with a strong conviction, I am that. Ichchāyām atavā jñāne jāte chittam niveshayet. Chittam niveshayet means the mind settling in a place. What is this place about? This is the place of real knowledge. The mind must establish in the Atman, discarding every other knowledge arising out of desires about the object world. Ichchāyām atavā jñāne jāte. In the desire or the knowledge that appears. In desire or knowledge, let the mind be one-pointed on the self. The essential nature of the self will be revealed. Every knowledge that appears will eventually perish or get replaced by something else. This cannot be the nature of the real. The real is pure and uncreated. It has always been with us. We must only discover it. The sutra says, lead a life that I am the immortal Atman. This is the sadhana. This is the dharana in the sutra. In the beginning, it may be difficult. The mind is crowded with desires and thoughts. The senses are going outwards like the tentacles of an octopus. We need not be overly worried or agitated. This is natural. For example, when we first learned to drive a car, we chose an area that was not crowded road to learn. We looked for a quiet area with less traffic. Once we became comfortable in driving, we could drive on a crowded road. The crowded road does not bother us anymore because we have become experts. Similarly, in the beginning stages, be outside Vyavaharam and lead a life that I am the Atman. Be involved in worldly transactions only on a need basis. Keep them at a minimum level. This sadhana will start driving away the fragile thoughts of the world. The mind will begin to fill itself with the thoughts of Brahma Tattvam. Brahma Tattvam will flow in the mind like a continuous stream of thoughts. This is real transformation. The thoughts will become your being. At this stage, the object world will not be of botheration anymore. The world will not trouble you. You will be in a meditative state, even in Kumbh Mela, surrounded by millions around you. Our true nature is completeness, Purnam. This means recognizing our inherent completeness instead of a need to search for it in the world. In this state, we will transact with the world from the state of completeness and not from incompleteness. Incompleteness means that we look at the world and desires to satisfy us, and in the process, we think that we will attain happiness. Happiness is not that which is attained. Happiness means completeness. Our true nature is that we are already complete. A jnani interacts with the world from the position of completeness, whereas an ajnani interacts from the position of incompleteness. This is the difference between a jnani and ajnani. The sutra says, in desire or knowledge, let the mind be one-pointed on the self. The essential nature of the self will be revealed. When the mind is filled only with the thoughts of the Atman, it will be in a state of samadhana. The mind has a continuous stream of thoughts pertaining to Atman alone. This is sajatiya vritti. Any thought that is not about the Atman is vijatiya vritti. During the sadhana, when thoughts such as, what will happen to my future? Is my bank balance sufficient to carry me through? All these thoughts are vijatiya vritti. When such thoughts arise, get the mind back to the Atman. This will happen in beginning stages because of old habits. These are samskaras. The sadhana will be required until the conflict in the mind disappears. When the mind is filled only with sajatiya vritti, it is in the state of samadhi. This is yoga, being in union with the Atman. The Atman is Bhairava. All worldly experiences are of the mind. The Atman is not experienced. Any experience is part of the illusory world. The seer is real, and that which is seen and experienced is unreal. Ichchāyām athava jnāne jāte chittam niveshayet atma buddhya ananya chetas tatastatvartam darshanam. In desire or knowledge, let the mind be one-pointed on the self. The essential nature of the self will be revealed.